What is up, Espers? SK here, and we have the new patch notes for your boy Zeus in the Static Shock event realm-ish thing. I don't know how they even got Static Shock, to be honest, because it's not like, whatever, we're not even going to go into that. We're taking Dislyte offline for a short time, August 23rd, so that's going to be next week. Yes, and Gamescom is next week, guys. It's going to be awesome next week. Next week's going to be a great week. Anyway, first of all, we got Zeus. We have his skills and abilities. His abilities look so overpowered. Like, if I pull him, I won't need to pull Raven. Unless he's not fast. Because Raven's fast as hell. If I pull him, I won't need to pull Raven, though. But that's going to be a really big decider there. Because, like, he does so much. He does so much. He has, like, 2 skills on each of his skills because of his God King ability. And so, it's going to be kind of a ridiculous thing to play with him. I'm definitely pulling him. Like, I'm 100% pulling him. Especially because they changed the pity rate. Yo, pity's been reduced. We're going to go into that later. Yo. Alright. So this first ability, Thunderstrike, deals damage to an enemy based on his attack, extends all their debuffs, and stuns the enemy. God King, Thunderstrike. Deals damages to all enemies. So this goes from a single attack to an AoE attack. And has a chance of stealing enemy buffs. Perfect right there already. Second ability, Thunder's Judgment. Summons lightning to attack random enemies multiple times. Deals damage based on his attack, prioritizing attacking different targets, and dealing decreased damage to the same target. Dispels all buffs from the targets. So it's going to debuff all targets, but it's going to hit. It's going to debuff all targets that it hit, rather. So it's going to work like if it hits, like, say there's 5 monsters, it only hits 3 or 4. Hold on, but it doesn't say how many times. It's multiple times. It's like. Is it 3? Is it 3 random attacks? Is it 5 random attacks? We don't know that yet. Okay, so that makes sense. So the essential for this: summons lightning to attack random targets, deals damage, multiple random enemies multiple times. We still don't know the amount of times. Deals damage based on his attack, prioritizes attacking different targets, and deals decreasing damage on the targets. Dispels, and so the ascension adds buff blocker. That's what we're getting from here. So we won't know the number of times, or rather the number of enemies it's supposed to attack until we get the actual skill. I see what they did there. God King Judgment summons. This is the second skill, right? Yeah, it's the second skill still. So God King Judgment summons lightning to attack enemy multiple times. Deal high damage based on the attack. Prioritize different targets. So deals decreasing damage. The Ascension was the exact same thing. What? I don't understand here.
Yeah, so we're on lunch now, Jason, until 2 p.m. Eastern or 1
Oops.
Central.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not gonna edit it out. Whatever, that happened. I'm on my actual lunch making this video, so yeah. But yeah, let's see. I'm trying to find the difference here between this and the original. Dispels all buffs, prioritizes attack, deals decreasing damage, save targets, inflicts buff blocker, blah. It's the same thing on the Ascension and the regular, so I don't understand what the difference is there. Maybe this is a different name? Maybe higher damage. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, it deals higher damage. Okay, I see it there. Deals higher damage. Got it. Perfect. Okay, so Geist's third ability, Thunderstorm, switches to God King mode, gains another turn. Perfect right there. That's perfect. Gains a shield based on his attack, extends his own buffs, resets God King Judgment's cooldown. This ability's cooldown effect does not affect by any other means. That's cool. God King Thunderstorm. So that's going to be Thunderstorm after he uses God King. Switches to normal mode, gains another turn. Grants shield to all allies based on his attack. So first one he gives shield. Gives a shield. Yeah, shield to himself. So he switches back. He puts a shield on all allies. Resets Thunder's Judgment and reduces the cooldown of Thunderstorm by one turn. Blah. And so the God King buff is undispellable, perfect. King of Gods, and it changes all ability effects, increases crit rate, and deals bonus damage upon attacking. I am 100% pulling for Zeus. Zeus is going to be the ultimate fighter expert for me. I don't care. In Gaia's normal mode, his passive ability increases accuracy and steers inflicted upon attacking. Yo! Passive in God King mode increases critical attack when attacking, deals bonus damage based on the target's max HP The bonus damage has a limit. That's actually pretty busted. So I read through Ling Wang already. She's gonna be a Fafnir unit automatically. We already know this. Ling Wang's a speedy single target fighter Esper. She's probably gonna replace, if not team up with Set. So this is gonna be a really, really good one to pull as well. Ling Wang's first ability, Bright Flames, attack an enemy multiple times based on her attack. Each hit increases her AP by a certain percent. That is deadly. Second attack, Fetching Fire, attacks one target multiple times, deals damage based on her attack, and bonus damage based on her speed. Each hit steals the target's buff. Definitely a Fafnir move right there, because you can steal Fafnir's his immunity that the thing puts on him. Ascension, attacks started multiple times, deals damage based on her attack, deals bonus damage. Each hit steals the target's buff. Upon stealing a buff, extends her own buffs, triggered once per. That is actually overpowered. Wow. Not overpowered, but like that's really good. In one third ability, Dazzling Sunfire increases all allies AP, attacks one target multiple times. That is busted. First of all, that is pulling her is essentially pulling a freaking Unis, really, to be honest. Like having her is like pulling a mini Unis. And this is a fighter. Gives bonus damage start. Like if her damage is really good, like if her multipliers are really good, this is gonna be actually really dangerous. This could replace Unis. This really could replace Unis because like, well no, because Unis does still have the ability to inflict defense down, but like what's defense down? Well, permanent immunity too, like every turn for your she'll give Unis a run for his money. Let's put it that way. Because it's an attack that increases all allies AP and attacks one target multiple times. So it's a possible nuke plus AP pusher. This can work in tandem with. Ooh, that's dangerous. I have Unis already, so I'm definitely pulling on this banner. I am wailing on this banner. I'm sorry, I don't care. Nick is going to be our free-to-play Esper pretty much. Who we're getting him from the event if you do the event's event shop. Nick is a control Esper who can extend ability cooldowns and inflict silence. Those two are deadly because it's like Prisker mixed with Zhang Man without having to deal with Zhang Man's counter thing to get the silence to go off. This is actually really dangerous. And if you pair him, let's see. If you pair him, because he attacks multiple times with one of his abilities, right? Deals one damage based on target, has inflicting attack down. Second ability, landslide, attacks target multiple times. Each hit deals damage based on that. Chance of extending the buff's cooldown. Attacks to multiple. Yeah. So Tyranny of Zeus is probably going to be really good on him. Tyranny of Zeus is probably going to be really good on him. Third skill. Sorry, new Ascension attacks on multiple times. Each hit, based on his attack, has a chance to extend target's cooldown. Upon successful intention, reduces his own cooldown ability. Yeah, that's going to be really good. Third ability, Skyfall. Attacks all enemies based on his attack, dispels enemy shield. Whoa. And silences the enemy. Enemy silence increases his AP by a certain percentage. He's going to be really good on Tyranny of Zeus. That's going to be deadly. Because if you don't get the stun, you're going to get you might get the silence. Like you have the chance of the silence or the stun. If you hit both, whatever, you know. But you get the chance right there. That's going to be good. Like regardless. That's for PvP talk. I'm in PvP mode right now. I'm sorry. Improvements to Ritual Relic. So they're adding floor 11 through 16 for Ritual Miracle. Stage difficulty of Ritual drops have been adjusted for the smoother gaming experience. Newly added floors offer first clearing rewards. In addition, floor 13 to 16 have much greater chance of dropping 6-star relics. Thank goodness, but it's going to be hard. I already know it's going to be stupid hard to even do those floors. Like, we were having trouble doing Fafnir a while ago, so like, jeez. And Chronos at 16? Oh my god. Added formation. Sorry, I'm super hyped. I'm trying to rush this through because I only have an hour lunch, and I'm trying to get this video done before that time is up. The share function has been added to the Esper gallery screen. Players can share their gallery to the chat and can also tap on other players' links to view their galleries. Why is that even like what? Formation assist function has been added to Esper gallery. Players can select formation. Oh, so if you want to show off your formation for, say, what you're running one of the miracles with, you can show, hey, this is what I'm using for this. try it out or whatever. Let person tap the link, enter the formation assist screen, and recommend a formation based on the requester's Esper and required formation type. Once the recommended formation is complete, it will be sent to the requester. Requesters can apply for formation recommended by other players. In the deployment screen, they can also bulk delete or like formations in the formation assist screen. Okay. Add a preparation room. So preparation room is pretty much going to be preset relics for Point War, Casual Match, and Esper Arena. So probably, I think from the way I'm reading it, you're not gonna have to change your relics through these through your Espers that you have set up in here. So if you have like Espers that use multiple relics through different situations and you don't want to move them around, it's like, so my Taylor uses my my Lynn's relics when he's doing PvP, whereas my Lynn uses her own relics when she's doing Fafnir. So if I'm doing Fafnir, I can have the relics set up on Taylor in the preparation room for Point War, while having Lynn doing multi-battle on Fafnir. That's the way I'm reading that. So that's pretty cool if that's the way that works out. Added hard disk for Ophelia, Gaius, and Sally in the DJ contest. That's cool. I want to hear Gaius' song. Esper name card frame can now be acquired after Gaius' max level ascended. Okay, so they did that for the achievement. Added solo and diary for Gaius, Tangwan, and Lingguang. Added Esper skins. So these two are actually really different now. Like, they're not doing the skins where you just straight up purchase the skin. Apparently, you're going to get the Yasuo skin by purchasing the Radiant M Pass, and then the Lingling skin is actually going to be from a PvP event that's going to be going on during the next week or two, I think it is. Anyway, Static Shock event time lasts from August 23rd to September 5th. The event shop duration lasts, however, another week after that, so that's actually pretty dope. So this one, you're pretty much going to be doing what you did with the other events, following the Esper's footsteps, going through the missions, clearing the missions, and then getting the currencies for that event to buy from the shop. Now, we're getting into the good part right here, the probability event up for the Espers. I'm not sure if I read this right earlier, and I want to make sure that I'm reading this right now, because I was speeding through when I was reading this before. But let's go ahead and read it right now. We've made the following adjustments to Echo for a better drawing experience. Attempts for a guaranteed legendary draw have been greatly reduced. Super Senses has been added to a probability up event, while further reducing the attempts for a guaranteed legendary Esper draw. The probability of getting a featured Esper probability up has been increased to 50%. Moreover, we've added new rules to help players get their ideal Espers more easily. One, players will be able to get the featured probability Esper within 2 guaranteed draws. What? Number 2, guaranteed draws attempts are shared along multiple card pools. That's why I'm not sure if I'm reading that right, because that sounds weird. We'll have to see what that looks like when it comes out. Like I said, I'm pulling for him regardless. Like, Zeus is one of my favorite gods, regardless of, like, you know, not counting the crap that he did, just because he's like the god of thunder on the Greek side. Greek mythology is one of my favorite mythologies. It's full of drama and crap. We've also prepared a record conversion event for old players. During the event, gold records spun in Echo can be converted to super sound matrices. Matrices. We're going to go matrices. Every 10 spins grants 50 super sound matrices. When the event ends, unclaimed super sound matrices will be sent via mail. Probability up info and adjustments. Event time, that's going to be from 23rd until the 11th of September. During the event, the chance of summoning guys from Echo Spins is increased. The probabilities will unlock super senses. Player can use super senses to spin super sound matrices to spin super senses. This SSS stuff is just SSSing. Super sound matrix sources, online shop. So this is all places you can get super sound matrices. They've added them into the tower, the temporal tower, and the bounties, and the online union shop. A spin requires 50 super sound matrices. So every 10 spins we get 1 super sound matrix. Well, one spin, pretty much. Every 10 spin, we get one spin. Probability of acquiring legendary Esper from super senses is 0.5. Consolidated chance guaranteed. The chances including 1.51. Guaranteed rules. If a player hasn't gotten a legendary Esper within 79 spins, the next spin will guaranteed yield a legend. So that's for the super sense spins, I'm guessing. That's where that comes in. Okay. Upon getting a legendary Esper, there's a 50% chance of getting the featured Esper for the probability up event. Once you obtain the legendary Esper from the Echo, spin streak leading to the guaranteed Esper will be reset. So I'm going to have to see what this is like to actually understand what it means, because I've never run across a feature like this. I played Summoner where they didn't really do pity. And then I haven't played any other game that actually did pity up until now. So this is my first game dealing with pity systems, and I'm not understanding what this pity system is doing right here. If the legendary Esper obtained from Echo Spins is not the current events currently feature Esper, the next legendary Esper obtained from the Echo Spins will be. So I'm getting that if you don't get the Esper from the first 79 super spins, your next 79 super spins where you get your next legendary Esper, it'll definitely be, or rather, the next Esper you get from your super spins will definitely be the legendary featured Esper. Is that what I'm supposed to get? And then this card pool retains the cumulative amount of spins and probability of getting designated legendary Esper. If players spend 50 times in a super sense this time, the cumulative amount of spins will transfer over to the next event, pretty much. That's pretty much what that's saying. If the player gets legendary Esper from the super sense that is not the event's future super sense, then their next legendary Esper from the super sense is guaranteed to be the future Esper of the current super sense event. Okay, so so that's what I was reading was right. So if you pity over whatever, if you go to the 79 pity, and you that's what it seems like. If you go to the 79 pity and you don't get the correct, if you don't get the featured Esper, your chances of getting the featured Esper is going to be 100% the next time that you roll over. But if the event ends and a new event starts, and you roll and you hit the pity, or you get you hit your next legendary Esper, it's going to be that event. That's going to be that Esper's event. So say from this event, it's going to go from Zeus. Next event's going to be, say, Persephone. Not saying it is Persephone, but if you fail to get Zeus within the 79 super cent spins, if you roll again into the next one and you hit the next legendary, that legendary would be guaranteed Persephone. If that makes sense. That's the way I'm reading it. That's what it seems like. Besides the featured probability of Esper, this card pool also contains these legendary Espers: Lewis, Tricky, Sally, and Raven. Oh, yo. So you're telling me I have a chance to pull Raven while I'm pulling for Zeus? I've wanted Raven since the beginning, bro. I've wanted Raven since I realized this game was a heavy buff game. I need Raven. I'm gonna be pulling heavily. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be Leviathaning it out. These first ones won't appear in any other card pools. Gold record probability adjustments. Base chance of acquiring legendary Esper. Summoning pool, 1% chance to 1.58. That's cool. Attempts of guaranteeing. Yo, they dropped the pity from 119 to 99. So after the next updated players on the legendary Esper with the 99 spins, they'll always get the next one. Yo, that's dope. When the probability of it unlocks the divine turntable, the probability of Esper will be added to this card pool. Guys can also be drawn from gold record summoning pools. Lewis, Tricky. Okay, that's cool. And then once the event starts, we'll get 500 super sound matrices in the mail. Okay. And then this is the PvP event where you'll be able to get the Leadling skin. It's pretty much ranked matches, it looks like. And it's gonna be 4 versus 4 format, so pick 5, ban 1. So I'm guessing live arena for that. I'm gonna guess that's a live arena thing. And then you can change out your points for legendary Starmon, random 6-star flawless relics, and other tournament shop items. And upon reaching tier Apex Legend, Apex Legends, they can claim the Leisure skin Rowdy Boy. This is going to be one of the first skins that are going to be in game without having to purchase anything. That's pretty cool. Adjustments, yo. So I read this earlier actually, and the cube one that they did for the tower, it's busted. The miracle they did for the tower is gonna be busted. Cube miracle observations. So the Miramon HP from the cube miracle 7 to 8 has been reduced. That's all right. Infinite miracle rewards have been adjusted, so it's gonna go from the ×2 record fragments to the 5 sound matrices. So every 10 floors you'll have a spin for sound matrices, pretty much. Sound matrices. Bleh. Then they added daily rewards to the spatial tower. So players can claim daily rewards as they go higher in the floors. Higher the floor, the better granted rewards. Resets every day. After clearing Spatial Tower, players can still claim Spatial Tower rewards in the Temporal Tower. And the Spatial Tower, if a player gets stuck on the floor, this is only for the Spatial Tower, which I'm kind of like, why? Player gets stuck on a certain floor. Floor difficulty would be decreased by 3% per day up to 15%. Once they complete the floor, the next floor's difficulty will return to normal. The Spatial and Temporal Tower do not consume stamina now. Thank God. I hate using stamina just to like fail over and over. You really only use one stamina when you fail. It's just like, man, that one stamina could have been, that one stamina over my 7 fails could have been a run for something else. Like, come on now. Or my 10 fails could have been a run for Chronos. Come on. Distant lands adjustments. So they've added higher ratings above SSS for the desolate lands. So you're gonna get EX, EX plus, and EX plus plus. Quitting the middle now regarded as a battle stage loss, so you'll take the 1 stamina loss from that. And then they did a bunch of changes to the bosses. They've increased the damages for the bosses, which I'm just like, I probably should go ahead and get an SSS on these before they actually drop this update, so I can actually get those missions done. I haven't really tried those before. I did them like when they dropped for the update, just because I wanted to try them out. But I haven't actually ran the teams that are meant to pass them. So let's probably go ahead and do that. Added passive effect to Ritual Boss Chronos, APEP, and Fafnir. The battle exceeds an extremely high number of turns. The damage of bosses will gradually increase over time. Wow. So no more CLARA trying to solo APEP. Sad. Rewind event improvements. During this event, in addition to star rating level and ascension phase, selected espers and their abilities can now be rewound to their defaults. So you will now get your ability mons back. Material spent on upgrades will also be refunded. Resonance cannot be rewound. So what's going to happen is, I have a Ares that I pumped 3 skill points into, and then I have Tangwan, which I pumped a ton of Abilimons into. Once I get Zeus, I am dropping those 2 back to 5-star, taking my Abilimons out and then making them 6-star again. Because they're still good regardless. They're still good without the skill points, I'm guessing. Well, Tangwan's kind of meh. If I pull Li Ling, I'm not going to do Tangwan. That's just because I've used Tangwan and I feel like he's lackluster now. Like they did an update for him, but he hasn't been as good as I've seen other Li Lings be able to pull off things. So I'm kind of jealous on that part. After the update, newly registered players get 2 attempts to reset their Esper within 30 days. For players who register before the event will unlock again on their first login after the update. So older players, if you used your 2 from before, it's going to unlock again once the update drops. Newer players are going to get it once they hit the level of that spot. Well, that being said, will our 2 attempts roll over to the next one? Because I haven't used my 2 resets for this one. That'd be cool. Probably won't happen, but it would be cool. Story mode optimizations. Blah. Difficulty for 7 through 12 on easy mode and all chapters of Purgatory have been decreased, and all practice stages have been decreased. That's dope. Practice stages being easy on Purgatory would probably be a lot better too. Rewards for story chapter 12 on easy mode, chapter 6 on hard mode, and Purgatory modes have been changed to 2 gold records to 100 summoners, so 2 spins pretty much, either way. But this one's towards the guaranteed, Esper thing. Pass optimizations. The reward for unlocking Radiant Pass M has been changed from name card to a skin. The current skin will be Yeshua, so that's going to be a thing going forward. 9 season star song. I usually pass by the Radiant Pass. The M Pass rather. Let's see. I have to pull up my game real quick to see if that's the one they're talking about. M Pass. I usually just unlock the Sapphire Pass. I don't buy the full out Radiant Pass or whatever. Yeah, I usually unlock the Sapphire Pass, so I don't really care about the. I don't care about the Yeshua skin. I really didn't like it in the first place. Unlocking the Sapphire M Pass and reaching level 10 will grant the event name card. Players used to get increasing M coins from the quests as their activeness increased before the update. Now all chests will grant 20 M coins, but the number of total players can get every day remains unchanged. Before the current M Pass R Pass expires, some players will receive M coin R Pass bonuses based on actual number of days they can get. This allows them to accumulate faster and to redeem for rewards. I'm already capped over on the R Pass. So like, what do I do with the points then? Like, do we get bonus stuff for like stocking up on points, or like it doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, in courses, the rewards for completing story 3-8 hard, 9-8 hard, and 12-8 hard has been changed from 1 record to 50 sound matrices. Okay, that's still whatever. Daily stamina purchase limit from friend shop has increased from 2 to 3. I wish I could actually get all my friend points, because I still haven't been able to get my friend points since like day 3. Like I've been able to get like up to like 4 of them, up to 4 of them left to be redeemed, and I wouldn't be able to do it until reset. And it resets, and I'm back to 20 out of 20. Then I use like 2 out of the 21st, and it goes down to like 6 out of 20. It's like I haven't been able to redeem my full friend points, and that's kind of annoying. Point optimization: when a season's tally, a fixed amount of points will be deducted now instead of dropping to the previous tier. I guess. I mean, that's not whatever. That's whatever. Elemental record and super sound matrices have been added to bounties. That's actually pretty good. Increasing the pool would probably give you better chances when you're going through resets. The price for Inferno records and win. I'm mad because I just spent a bunch of points on getting a bunch of these records. Now that's stupid. Desolate land related missions that have been added to quests. Wave materials will now be shown in inventory. That's cool, because I've been actually wondering if that's the only way to do it. And all of the players have been wondering that as well. The requirement for unlocking the second page of Esper album has been changed from level 60 to level 50. Okay. Sorry, my music is playing for my game now. Optimize the story stages, stage screen, added world map button, and a button to enter story stages. Okay, that's cool. Optimize Zoro's AI. Now Zoro has a small chance to cast ability 3 when enemies are few. After the update, we'll shut down bonus loot event on Sunday, but more bonus items will be granted in the future events, so you can use them whenever you want. Oh, I see what they're saying. So they're not going to do the bonus events on Sundays, like the Miracle event bonus and the EXP event bonus, but they are going to be giving out items to make it to where you can do those things when you want, I guess. They're not. I'm pretty sure they're not going to do like a 24-hour, relic bonus, which would be dumb if you couldn't pause it in the first place. Now we're down to a part that's getting a lot of people riled up. This is the buff and nerf section of the patch notes, and CLARA has received a nerf. The first Esper to receive an actual nerf is CLARA. Yikes! So generally, what they changed here is that her heal no longer grants an immunity on her regular heal, and then it doesn't remove 2, or it doesn't dispel 2 debuffs. Now only dispel 1 debuff. So they generally nerfed her. I mean, it's not that big of a deal to me, to be honest. I guess the immunity is that really big of a deal because you could just, the Avatar thing was really a big deal for people. You could just get her hit by Avatar procs, then you heal somebody and grant them immunity, and then it would have just been ridiculous that way. But now they changed it, so yeah, we'll see how CLARA plays out now. And then her old Himalife, this one actually got a buff. So she got a debuff on her first skill, but she got a nerf on the first skill with a buff on her second skill, technically. So the old one was just the heal and the AP push. The new one is the AP push, the heal, plus dispels 1 buff from each ally. Grants immunity for allies without debuffs for 1 turn. This may or may not be good, because like there's so many buffs you can tack onto people. So like if this doesn't, it's a hit or miss. I still think it's a very strong nerf to her. and it's really something that was needed because she was kind of overpowered and overused in all situations. Now this kind of reins her in a little bit, and makes her not so overpowered. She's still really strong. She's still a really strong unit regardless. Lucas, I don't know why they even did this to Lucas. They reduced his AP steal per hit by 5%. So now he's doing 10% AP steal per hit, and still only does 3 attacks. So it's just like that wasn't really necessary. Ahmed gets a pretty decent buff actually. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat or something. No, I'm joking. But yeah, the old heal. The old heal. Well, let me see if I can get it right here. Heals with 10% lowers HP each time. So the change is right here. If they suffer max HP penalty, restores max HP threshold by 5%. What happened is now each 1% max HP lost increases the healing amount by 0.5%. So every 1% lost increases the healing amount by 0.5%. Essentially, it's like having on the healing efficacy relic added onto whatever his regular relic would be. So every 2% you get 1%. Every 2% HP loss you get 1% added onto your heal. So it's gonna be a very, like, say you get your Renzi knocked down to 1% left. He's gonna get a chunk of heal back. Like, that's gonna be pretty dangerous, to be honest. Let's see what else there is for Geb. I don't think there was anything that changed with his last thing, was there? He'll spend every time, each 1%, and that was his passive. That was just his passive. Yeah, that was that. Oh, and then his supporting song, which is the skill 3, grants 2% base stack per base attack per stack up to 25% stack. Now it goes up to 4% stack. 4% up to 15 stacks, which overall that's a higher percentage. Higher percentage maximum. So that's actually pretty good. The Death Guards. This one's my favorite right here. The Death Guards are actually now going to be doing things with each other. It's going to be crazy. So, Death Guard Death Guard Hei. What's going to be happening here is his attack now. Let's see where it's at. It's on skill. It's on Netherworld Hurl. So the one I'm actually interested in is on Netherworld Hurl. Sorry, that's not where the only buff is, but that's the one I'm really interested in. Whenever he does Netherworld Hurl now, it's gonna do attack the enemy 3 times. Each attack deals 80% of the attack. Each attack inflicts defense down, and then he calls in the brother Death Guard Bai to assist with his skill Heaven Awaits. That's gonna be busted. And I'm gonna guess it's not gonna be like a constant, he uses Heaven's Awaits, he uses Netherworld Hurl. It's gonna be, you have to use that character's attack to make him proc into the next attack. And I'm not sure if it's gonna use it shouldn't use his cooldown because of the fact that it's being an assist skill pretty much. This video is taking a long time because of a lot of reading. Oh my god. But yeah, this is a really good buff right here for these two. I'm super hyped for this buff. This is crazy. And then they did increase his true damage from 5% to 10%, which is a really good buff. Of the enemy's HP up to 80% instead of from 60%. Also a really good buff. It's really dumb how that's gonna be calculated now. It's Alright, so we're gonna leave that alone from now on. That's gonna be really destructive, to be honest. But I'm really hyped for this Netherworld Hurl Heaven's Awaits combo, because if I'm correct, let me pull up my Death Guard twins. I was planning on maxing out their skills actually this week too, with the not this week but the next reset for the cube miracle, so I can get all the skill points from there. But yeah, that's the third skill. So Niddle Whirl is the third skill. It's a 3 cooldown skill when you're maxed out. And yeah, that's dangerous. So he's gonna go from, if he doesn't use the cooldown, that's gonna be pretty deadly if he doesn't use the cooldown. And that's a definite Fafnir team right there. Because it attacks one enemy 3 times, and it also attacks one enemy 3 times. Yeah, that's definitely a Fafnir team. That's really good. That's really good. That's gonna be really good for Fafnir now. Before they weren't that good for Fafnir. Now they're gonna be really good for Fafnir. Before, hold on, wait a minute. Because I was having an idea to use these two on nah, I still won't be able to be used. I was having an idea to use these two on the Temporal Tower boss, but one of them uses their skill 2 to attack multiple enemies, and that's the problem because you don't want to hit the side. You don't want the side espers. I mean the side mobs on the Temporal Tower. They both use their skill 2 to attack all enemies. So yeah, they kind of screw you over if you do that. But on the plus side, they do get that nice buff now that makes them really good in Fafnir. Perfect. The rest of the stuff is gift packs. We're not going to talk about that. Leave that to you to look up and do with what you want. But these patch notes, perfect. Zeus coming out, perfect. I am hyped for all of this. All this. I'm pulling Zeus. It's going to happen. He will be mine. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Sorry these patch notes were super long. A lot of me rambling throughout most of this here, trying to understand what I'm actually reading, because it is insane that they're doing some of this stuff. The nerf to CLARA, I did not see coming. I did not. The Death Guard twins, I didn't see coming. I saw Daddy Free to Play's video, and he said that he wanted them to get a buff, and they got a buff. I feel like he's pulling some strings here. But anyway, that's just a joke. But yo, I am super hyped. Like, I didn't expect these monsters to get buffs and debuffs the way they did. I'm glad they did. I don't have a Meta or CLARA, so I really don't care about those. But I do have the Death Guards, and I'm gonna be using them, especially now that they have their buff that makes them attack together. I wish it was their skill 1 that made them attack together too. But whatever, you know, it's not that necessary for them to be super overpowered. This isn't Summoner Wars. They don't need to be the twins from Summoner Wars. I wish they were, though. That would have been awesome. Oh my god. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Let me know what you think about the patch notes in the comments. What's in the description? In the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. It's gonna be me pulling Zeus. That's gonna be the next video, 100%. It's gonna be me pulling Zeus. Like, I'm gonna be throwing everything at this. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.